Here's an advanced level circuit for our youth athletes out there. All we're gonna need is some space and something that can slide on the floor. I've got a nice sturdy magazine right here, which is gonna work perfectly. Let's get started. To perform our plank reach rotations, we're gonna start in a good plank position, make sure our spine is nice and straight. We're gonna be pushing into the ground with that one forearm, right? Making sure we don't collapse through our shoulder. We wanna push up into that good position the whole time. We're gonna grab our magazine. We're gonna reach underneath. From here, we're gonna rotate up till we're in a good side plank position. Right? Pushing with my feet into the ground, pushing with my forearm into the ground. Control as I rotate back underneath, rotate back up. Right, the goal is when you're rotating, your hips and your shoulders are moving as one, so you don't let your hips go first. Right, hips and shoulders rotate together, up into that side plank, then rotate back down to reach underneath. I'm gonna do 10 on one arm, and then 10 on the other. To perform our single leg bridge, we're gonna start laying on our back. Make sure our core stays braced. We're gonna put one heel onto our magazine or our slider. We're gonna make sure we push that heel straight down into the ground to raise our hips up. We're gonna hold for 3 seconds at the top. 3, 2, 1. Control ourselves on the way down. Once that butt taps, we're coming right back up. 3-second hold at the top. Control on the way down. All right, we have that slider underneath our foot because if we're not pushing straight down into the ground, it's going to start sliding away from us. All right, if that happens, make sure we bring it back in. Really force yourself to push straight down into the ground so it doesn't slide. And that'll really light up the glutes and the hamstrings on that down leg. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. To perform our lateral lunge slides, we're going to be standing on one leg. We're going to put that slider or that magazine underneath the other foot. From here, we're going to sit our butt back and to get in that lateral lunge position, making sure our sliding leg is staying straight. Then I'm pushing myself up through that heel to stand back up. Butt sits back first, push into the ground to stand back up. Really make sure we control this knee, right, so it's not diving in, it's not diving forward. All right, we're sitting that butt back, keeping the knees directly over the toes, pushing into that ground to stand back up. All right, we're using that slider because it's going to force us to use this leg entirely to get back up to a standing position. If we try to push through this one, we're just going to slide even more. All right, so it's kind of taking the coaching out of it, getting that effect that we're looking for. You're going to go 15 on one side, 15 on the other. To perform our bear crawl, we're going to get in a good quadruped position where our hands are underneath our shoulders, our knees are underneath our hips. We're going to place that magazine on our low back. We're going to try and keep it there the whole time. From here, we're going to push straight into the ground to get those knees up. And we're going to move an opposite arm and an opposite leg at the same time to take our steps forward. Make sure the knee and the hand move the same distance so we're not losing our good positioning. We're going to take 10 steps forward and then 10 steps backwards. When we're moving backwards, really make sure you're pushing that ground away from you to propel yourself in the opposite direction. Try not to rock those hips so we can keep that magazine there the entire time. Right, we're gonna go up and back twice. So it's 10 steps forward, 10 steps back, and then we just repeat that a second time. If at any point this magazine falls off your low back, do not stop to put it back on. Just keep going, and when we run through this circuit again, see if you can make it a little farther next time with it staying on your back. We're gonna repeat this circuit 3 to 4 times through. If we feel like we can truly own these 4 movements, go ahead and give our expert level circuit a try.